Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Senior Living Live. We are so excited. We are on site in beautiful Fort Worth, Texas, and I am joined today with Holly Clinton from the Alzheimer's Association. Thank you so much for joining.
Yes, thank you for allowing me to be here.
Well, I have lots of questions, but before we get into what you do, can you just tell me, people have heard about the Alzheimer's Association, but really give us a good overview of the Alzheimer's Association.
Sure, yeah. So the Alzheimer's Association is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are in all 50 states throughout the United States, and we provide care and support and education programs to anyone facing Alzheimer's or any form of dementia, or really any form of memory loss. You don't necessarily have to be diagnosed with a form of dementia to receive our services. And we provide those services absolutely free at no cost to the individuals who receive them and their caregivers as well. We are also the largest private funder of Alzheimer's research in the entire world. So the fundraising events that we do through the Walk to End Alzheimer's, the Longest Day, any of our gala events or other signature fundraising events, that goes toward all of our programs and services and research that we provide.
Could you give me just a quick overview of what those services kind of entail?
Sure. So here locally in the greater Fort Worth area, we support individuals living in Tarrant County and 39 other counties throughout north central Texas. And we have support groups as well that we both facilitate and we train others to facilitate throughout our 40 county area. We provide education programs to large groups. So anyone, if that group is 15 people or 1,500 people, we can provide education programs and tailor it to their needs. Anywhere from a 20-minute program to a 60-minute program. It can be over lunch and learn, and it can also be a series of education programs, such as knowing the 10 signs of Alzheimer's, understanding Alzheimer's and dementia behaviors, things like that. So we can definitely tailor that toward the audience as well, if it's more of a healthcare audience or just the general lay population. Yeah.
That education is so important when it comes to memory care or memory-related issues. That's fantastic. Well, let's actually talk about what you do.
Sure.
So you're the senior walk manager. So we all know about the Alzheimer's walk, but let's talk more about, what that looks like for you and, that impact that it has.
Sure. So I love the Walk to End Alzheimer's. I've been a manager for the Walk to End Alzheimer's for over 5 years with the Alzheimer's Association. And the walk is our largest fundraising event. It's actually the largest fundraising event for Alzheimer's research in the world. And the reason why that's the case is because we have over 600 walks throughout the United States. So our walk here in Fort Worth is just one of 600 walks. And together, our goal this year is to raise over $100 million for the Alzheimer's Association. And all of that money, of course, goes back into our programs and resources that are no cost to the individuals that we provide those services for, and also the research funding as well. And we've made great strides on that front. We now have treatments that are available for individuals living with Alzheimer's disease that's covered by Medicare. And a couple years ago, even a year ago, we wouldn't be able to say this. And so we're super excited about that. And that research is ultimately going to help us find a cure one day, hopefully in my lifetime.
Yes, definitely. It's such a great opportunity to get involved. Talk to me a little bit about why it's important to get involved with the Alzheimer's Association.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of different ways to get involved, especially if you want to become a volunteer for the Alzheimer's Association. I'm the senior walk manager, so I have volunteer walk committees that I work with. not just during walk season, which is in the fall, but actually year round. It takes a full year to plan for the walk that's coming up in the fall of next year. And so through the volunteer walk committees, we fundraise for the walk, and we plan all of the logistics for walk day. We coordinate all of the day of engagement activities and volunteer opportunities that day. So I have a lot of needs for volunteer support for the Walk to End Alzheimer's and other fundraising events that we do as well. But other volunteer opportunities that we have, which we really are encouraging people to partake in, is becoming a dementia educator. So basically what that entails is we can train individuals into how to become a dementia educator, which is providing education programs to the general public. So some of those programs that I mentioned earlier, like knowing the 10 signs of Alzheimer's, understanding Alzheimer's and dementia behaviors, we can train individuals to provide those education programs to the general public. And it's about a 12-hour training course. And then we just ask that individuals are able to do at least 2 hours a month of, or 2 sessions of community training each month to kind of keep up with that knowledge that they have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How, our audience is all over, just like you guys are. How could someone find a walk near them?
Of course. So they can go to alz.org/walk, and it's super easy. All they would need to do is type in their zip code or the city that's closest to them or the city that they live in, and then it'll show a map and a general radius of all the walks that are near them. And they can just choose the closest walk or whatever walk they want to participate. And the great thing is that it's not always on the same day. They're always on different weekends. So you may have a walk that's happening in your area next Saturday, or one that's happening, 2 or 3 weeks from now close by. So you can kind of choose based on where you want to go and what Saturdays or Sundays you're available.
So you've talked amazingly about the education available, that you all are doing, which is absolutely fantastic. And of course, we at Senior Living Live are always trying to provide that education as well. So the Alzheimer's Association is such a great resource for anyone who may be going through, memory care related issues or having a loved one. And so how could the Alzheimer's Association support someone who might just be at home on their computer watching this episode?
For sure. So I would definitely recommend going to our website, alz.org, for a vast array of information on practically almost any topic of Alzheimer's and dementia that they can find. I would say they can use our search tool and type in a topic or a phrase that they're interested in, such as how to find a memory care community for my loved one. That they could search for that. We also have our menu bar where they could learn about things like that, or they could go to our research pages and learn about the research that we're funding and just all of the research that's happening worldwide to support ways to find cures for Alzheimer's and dementia. So alz.org is a great resource to go to. I also recommend, the other website I recommend going to is communityresourcefinder.org. So you can get to Community Resource Finder from alz.org, but that is also a separate website of ours too. I love Community Resource Finder because if you're searching for a memory care community, or you're searching for in-home care or adult daycare or engagement activities for your loved one, Community Resource Finder is a great website. Basically, you would type in your zip code, you would type in a 5-mile up to I think 50 or 100 mile radius of where you want the service to be, and you would choose what kind of service you want, and then it would populate a list of different services in your area that you're looking for. So those two websites, alz.org and communityresourcefinder.org, I would definitely recommend.
Oh, those are great resources. Well, Holly, I cannot thank you enough for stopping by and having this conversation with us.
Sure, you're welcome. Thank you.
All right, everyone, if you are interested in learning more about memory care, dementia care, and seeing more videos like this, you can go to seniorlivinglive.com. Also, make sure you check out the Alzheimer's Association website and get involved where you can. But for now, that's it. Bye, everybody.